Hey guys, Spencer Cannon here. I've just put this video together to help anyone that wants to learn how to just do our basic uh, PowerPoint pitch. This is something I would use for like a 15 or a 30-minute meeting, just to give someone a high level view on Buwelo, our story, our background, and what we're capable of. Of course, we've got some more detailed decks that we use when we really want to drill into quality and training and coaching and whatnot. But anyway, I'm going to share my screen. This is what we would typically share and some of the talking points that I use. You can obviously choose to do this however you want. Let me share my screen. All right, this is our deck. This is about 10, 15 slides. Listen, you don't want to spend too much time in a deck. That's the first key, number one. This is to spur on conversation. It's not to just kill someone with a PowerPoint. So keep that in mind. Keep it short. And I always typically like to ask questions on the slide of, what are the reasons why you're considering outsourcing? What's driving this event where you're maybe sending out an RFP or finding out about this idea, and use whatever they say in that to drive to some of the talking points that I'm going to share here. But anyway, assuming that's already taken care of, I start out by just basically saying the customer experience is the number one topic in the boardrooms across America right now. Simply because the data is in that if you can nail the customer experience, it doesn't even matter if you've got a mediocre product. If you can nail the customer experience, you're probably going to be a leader in your industry in both revenue and profit. You're going to have customers coming back to you because they found it easier, funner, more delightful to do business with that company than the other company, but with perhaps even a superior product. So we understand how important that the CX is, and so we've made it our mission as a company to make sure any customer, or I should say contact center that we get to work with, that we're going to make the CX better. We're not going to suggest anything that's going to make things cheaper, or hey, let's just do this because it's going to save you money. No, we're going to suggest everything that is focused around making that customer experience better. And so if there's one message you take away from this whole the PowerPoint here today, I hope it's this, that we're very serious about this. Our background, our leadership team, we all come from big BPO. We've worked at the Teleperformances and the Aloricas, the ACSs, the Eroxes of the world. And we got to see at a very high level what makes high performance work in these big companies. We would be out building 1,000-seat call centers for AT&T or Verizon or Marriott or whatnot, and managing these high complex, large volume engagements. And so we know what world-class looks like. And so when we went to go build Buwelo, we said, let's take all that same high-tech, high-performance approach and let's bring it to companies of all sizes. The other thing we noticed is that the very best contact centers around the planet, the very best ones, the elite, all had one thing in common, that they had a really good call center culture. And number two, they had super ultra low attrition. And it doesn't matter what technology they were using or what kind of management techniques they had implemented or what the building looked like. Who cares? That had nothing to do with it. It was the level of attrition. That was the number one metric that we came up with. So when we built Buwelo, the goal was let's build a company centered around the agent, around building a great culture, around building a great career for agents that they're not looking at as a 6 to 9 month engagement or something they're going to do between semesters, but something that this is going to be my career for the next 5 to 10 years. That was our goal, and it worked. We have become a company where 94% of our clients over the past year have stayed with us. That's a remarkable achievement, where most BPOs lose 7 to 15% of their clients every year. And we've been able to retain 94% of our clients over the past 5 years. It just is a testament to our leadership. And that, when you come on with Buwelo, you're going to be a BPO. It's going to be your BPO for life. So what you're looking at here is a snapshot of our existing sites around the globe. Obviously, our Subic Bay, Philippines is where we started. That's where we have most of our agents today. It's the call center capital of the world for a reason. It has the best English and the best accents outside of US and Canada. We love it. Of course, our Lisbon, Portugal operation, where we're supporting nearly 20 different languages from around the earth. It's an incredible operation where we can really do just about all languages. It's a great melting pot, very low cost. Our other newer sites, Accra, Ghana, and Medellin, Colombia. Dominican Republic is our most recent acquisition, or I should say, that our build out that we opened last August. And so all of these locations are PCI secured and certified, same with SOC 2 certification. They all have, they're all HIPAA compliant, and they're all work in office only. We don't subscribe to the work in home model like most BPOs do today. We don't think that's the way to go, and we're sticking to our guns on that too. And so there's no work from home that makes it more secure, easier to train, easier to deliver high performance in a work in office. And so, but some really key facts about our sites around the globe. And so nothing domestic, just so you know, we don't do anything domestic. Everything's near shore or offshore. Although we do have account management and leadership here in the US to support your needs as well. So again, just some of our certifications. If you know anything about call center certification, this is kind of the pinnacle. If you can achieve SOC 2 and PCI, and this isn't just compliance. These are certifications that we pay a lot of money for every year to make sure that we are able and meeting the requirements of financial institutions, healthcare organizations, and the like. So we check all the boxes there. We are a customer care operation. We do all kinds of back office stuff as well, but inbound, outbound customer care, tech support, sales support. That's our thing. That's what we do best. And so, chat, email, text, of course, that's a major part of what we do. It's part of the omni-channel support. We also bring a lot of technology to the table with you. When you're looking at speech analytics or wanting to understand sentiment analysis of clients, we have all kinds of tools that we can bring around these really important factors that really, really do help agents become better, that help coaches coach better, that help leaders lead better. And we can provide that technology for you at a lower cost than if you went out and bought it yourself. And so when it comes to technology, we're not just a butts and seats. We're not just putting bodies into the solution here. We bring all kinds of new techniques with the latest and greatest technology. So one of the things we do, a lot of companies say, I don't want to go offshore or near shore. That's going to hurt my customer experience. Well, we have something called Better Shore. And it's where we'll assemble a team of agents over in Europe who have that refined, beautiful British European accent. And these are already customer care experts. And companies like it could be a plumbing company or an HVAC or a shoe company. But if they want to rise or build a customer experience that stands out above their competitors, they come to us to receive what we call luxury CX, which are agents with that refined accent, and it's a white glove treatment, and it's still cheaper than having agents here in the United States. And so this is something to kind of be aware of and consider in your own organization. When we engage with companies, hey, listen, we give everyone an opportunity to just kind of do a test drive. Just try us for 90 days. Horse race us with 10 agents against your other BPO vendor. And after 90 days, if you don't see something that you're going to smile about, then for one, we'll be very surprised because it's never happened where people say, no, that didn't work. Everyone loves their test drive. Everyone can see that we're going to outperform in very short order, even their in-house teams. And so that's what we love to do. Our agents will work directly and securely within your systems as if they're sitting in your own office. Again, if most contact center platforms are in the cloud, and so we just log in securely over VPN or whatnot. Every agent is going to be fully dedicated to your team. There's no shared agents in our environment. And so they're going to eat, sleep, and breathe your company mission, your culture, and the goals that you're trying to reach. And so when we launch, we typically take about 2 or 3 weeks to recruit, get the team ready, make sure they're hired and recruited according to your ideal agent profile. And then, starting week 3, 4, we start client-specific training. That could be 1, 2, 3 days. It could be 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. And whenever that lasts, there's usually a week or 2 of nesting, and then we're taking live calls. And so, and that's from data contract. Just a quick little slide here to show, what we're looking at here is, our when we talk about the cost of an agent here in the United States, and we say it's $30 to $35 an hour, people don't believe it. But when you look at the fully burdened rates of what it costs to have an employee here in the United States, these are actually pre-inflationary numbers, and so it's actually significantly higher than that in the last year and a half. So it's probably around $36 an hour right now for a tier 1 basic customer care rep in your call center. And so when you look at that right-hand column, when everything's included, it gets really compelling. I challenge you to show this to your CFO. I know you're probably shaking your head. No, we're not paying that much. Show this to your CFO. I guarantee he'll agree with what we're looking at here. And so it becomes very compelling. And then when you add in that we believe that we can get you better agents and a better solution using agents offshore and nearshore than you can do in-house, then it gets really compelling. And we start to not only improve your customer experience, but we're cutting your costs by a third. And so by 60+% sometimes. And so, there's a whole bunch of things that we could share on this, but I'll end by saying that, a part of our mission as a company and our vision is to make sure that whatever area of the earth that we're working in, where if our sites are in the Philippines, that we're blessing those communities. And so we love to, we've got all kinds of charities that we're supporting, and we're building out schools and digging wells. We're supporting orphanages. And it's just part of our culture to include every single one of our agents in those charitable. In fact, they all get a free full paid day off to go out and serve in one of these charities that we do every 6 months. And so we encourage our clients to be a part of that as well. If you want to be sponsors some of these activities with us, we love doing that. But that's really the ultimate vision that we have, is making sure we're spreading the wealth to communities that are so deserving and so hardworking and are truly blessed by these jobs. And so, nevertheless, that's our hope and what we do. Just again, it's in summary, we bring world-class leadership. We've been to the promised land, and we know what it looks like, and we know how to get there, and we can take our clients there, and we do it every single time. We also bring better talent. People shake their head at that. Say, how do you get better talent offshore than here? The reality is we are, we're drawing from the very best of those communities. A job in the Philippines in a call center is better. You get paid more than being a nurse or an accountant or a graphic designer. They make more in a call center business. So you're drawing out the very best of those labor pools. And so you're getting incredible talent. They all have 4-year degrees. They're all hardworking. And so you'll see very quickly, these people are very talented. The other reason why companies love Buwelo is our ultra low attrition. We've cracked the code on how to build a culture and how to create low attrition. I would say our attrition is less than half of most BPOs. We have some sites that are less than 7% annual attrition. That's 7% is what a lot of call centers here in America are seeing every month. And so, and last but not least, again, going back to the original slide and the original message, is that everything we do is customer experience focused. There's nothing we're going to do to try and cheapen or cut any corners. Everything is focused on creating a better experience for each and every one of your valued customers. And so with that, thank you so much for listening. We'll talk soon.